Hello, welcome back to another episode of a brief talk. And I'm sure you must have been switching the news channels lately, aren't you? So that's a nice thing, a good thing to kind of waste time because the thing I'm going to talk about is news. And I don't have any special news. I don't have any such news which will raise your morals or demoralize you by any means. I have constructed my special news. After all, that's what journalists do these days anyway. So I thought, why not do it? So even I have constructed 10 special headlines of mine, which I'm going to call news. So that will be for this episode. So here are the 10 headlines. I'll just read and elaborate with a few points. So let's go to the first one. It says facts are not facts anymore. Yeah, like quite really, facts are really not facts anymore because they are like as twisted as the minds telling you the facts. And like whatever thing you see, like you read it on the social media, newspaper, news channels, like whatever, it's like it's all falsified somewhere, or it just does not make sense. The two things, there is like no particular fact is told just as it is on two news channels or two similar news outlets. So that's why this is facts are not facts anymore. They are like just propaganda to confuse you and let you just uh, let you just get trapped into a loop. So, and this is specially and efficiently done by the greatest university in the world. Like if you name any university, that cannot stand against this one university known as University of Social Media, or otherwise famously known as WhatsApp University. But yeah, WhatsApp is just a child of that university. The university is really big. You have at least six social medias working for it. So another headline is like about debates. The debates are getting more violent than ever. They are like just, if the news anchors or journalists, like even if for a 1 minute police let them have the guns, they'll wipe out the entire human population just like that in a snap because their debates are enough to kill us. We are already killed inside our head listening to their debates every time. They scream on camera, they abuse each other, they abuse their own religion, caste, creed, and whatever. They're just like, come on, they have gone insane. So that's what it is. Insanity, like, in turn causes violence. If like people are saying like the World War III will be based on water crisis, this crisis, that crisis, bio warfare, nuclear warfare, maybe, but I don't think so because these journalists have words with them. We don't stand a chance against them. Seriously, we don't. Let's proceed to our next headline. I think journalists have forgotten their education. Like why in the first place they started this thing called journalism, to just tell people facts just as they are, like not twisting, not bending the truth, or like sometimes even lying. They incorporate all of this stuff. So they have forgotten their journalism. Maybe they should re-educate themselves in the same field, or they should think about it whether to stay in the field or choose something else as their source of livelihoods. Yeah, it's their choice after all. Yeah, let's proceed to further headline. I think the truth is quite forbidden, it seems, in this journalism field, because like you hear a news from news channel A and you go tell your friend about, like, I have heard so news from channel A. It's like, come on man, like what are you even watching? I have heard this news from news channel B. It's more true. It has some higher sources, it has higher resources, higher amount of resources, and this goes on and on, because like there are not only two channels, news channel A and B, but like A, B, C, D up till Z, and then it all begins with A, B, and AC. It just goes on and on. You just can't stop it at all. So yeah, in short, they have devised a mechanism such that the truth will never reach to you, because everybody is afraid of the truth these days. some people don't want to hear, some people just cannot digest it, and those people who have truth, they don't want to propagate the truth. That's quite not comforting, and that's quite not the source of their profit. It works against their profit. So yeah, it is forbidden for them. The next headline is other news. Like, the word news is something very logical word. Like, daily you wake up, you get to switch on the TV just to see on the news channel that there's something new will come up every day. At least boost your day or boost your morale, or like something like that. Something new will happen. Like, doesn't matter whether it is good or bad, positive or negative, doesn't matter. Something new. But I don't see anything about news like that these days. They are not new anymore. They are just like old, and they're kind of stale. They stink a lot. These news stink a lot, because yeah, they are playing with the statistics only. So we just are seeing the statistic. But for the statistic, why do we need news channels at all? Why do we need these journalists, anchors? Like, why do we need them? We can just type the URL, go to the website and check the statistic by ourselves. We don't need news channels for this, because like, how many people are dying, how many people are killed, how many people are terrorists, how many more of them are there, like how many countries have signed the petition. These are just numbers. What is new in that? This has been happening since the centuries. Like, isn't there something new, except for the technology section? Because yeah, that is daily upgrading, constantly upgrading, and giving us new stuff to play with. Some hyper technology toys. So that's what it is. Otherwise, leaving science and tech behind, I don't think the news are new anymore. So that's it for that headline. Then I see this headline is quite interesting. Like, you'll enjoy it. Graphic designers have merged with the news industries, and like they have gone to another level. Like, they are, like, let's just take an example of religion. While a news anchor is telling a news about religion, or like is telling something as a critical review or anything like that, what are VFX doing there in the background? What are VFX doing there? Like, we don't need VFX, we just need the facts. That's all. We come on, for animation we have several other things. We can watch Disney Pixar movies, we can watch Marvel comics, DC comics. Yeah, come on. We don't need news channels to see just the VFX, like how smart their graphic designers are. We don't need to see that. Like, please, just like grow up. That's what I would say. And then next headline. Hammering, constant hammering is the new method of the spreading or telling the news. Just like they'll tell you. I'll elaborate that with an example. What happens is, most of the people go to gym, yeah, right? So they do the repetitions of first set of 10 kg repetition, another set of 15 kg, another set of 20 kg, and then they are done with the workout. Okay, fine. So that's fine. Quite simple. Then you might have heard of this example. If you hold like a kg or 2 kg thing or a ball in your hand for a few minutes, it's like, okay, fine, that's fine. Like, 1 kg, 2 kg. For another hour, the same thing is being held by your hand. It starts hurting a little bit, and if you hold it for an entire day or two, then you just might want to amputate your hand. Like, you just want to get rid of this entire hand, because like, you don't even know that it exists. Just because you see it, that's why you're feeling it exists. So this is what happened with the news. They are just telling you the numbers constantly, that you are scared. Like, you get scared, and you just start praying for it. Like, these many people are affected, these many people are affected, these many people are killed. And like, why? It's okay. Like, you are telling a number is like, for due to this disease A, like 10,000 people have died in this country in past hour. That's fine. Like, this is how you speak. Just the way I speak, this is how they should speak. But 10,000 people have lost their lives in this pandemic, and like, okay, fine, that's fine, because people lose their lives, people are born. Like, isn't it natural? So like, why do you want to tell it like, hammering and scaring off people? Like, come on, like, Do you really get profit for scaring people? That's pathetic. So the next two headlines I'll just combine with them. The eighth one is like, they don't have anything special to tell you, so they'll inflict any bullshit they encounter and just like throw it upon you. Like, okay, fine, this man was drunk, he ran onto a pole, but he survived in an electric shock. Okay, fine, like, what then? We are not interested. We are interested in what is happening to the stock market, what is happening in the technology field, what is happening in the science field, what is happening in the education field, what is happening to the healthcare sector, what is happening to the economy of the entire nation or our current state or our current area. We are interested in these things, not any news about a drunkard. So please, again, that's what I would say. Grow up, please grow up, man. We are not teenagers. Like, are teenagers running news channels? So please, just replace them with some adult and mature people. Yeah, that's what I would say. And sometimes what happens mostly is correct. The finest experts in the field are mostly not called for a debate due to their political agenda and their propaganda. And due to this, what happens is confusion is spread. Confusion is spread due to a lack of consensus. That's what happens, and it confuses people a lot. So people are fed enough amount of data, but they don't know how to process it because they have different stratum of data every single second. So they are just jumbling their data, and like they are doing stupid thing because of the data that has been put in their brains in the wrong way. So that is what is happening. So that is what I feel needs to be corrected quickly. The last headline, I'm like, come on, like headline like out, like the 10th headline must be the footer of this video, seriously, because like, come on, so stay away from such media, please. Just, it's okay if you don't switch on the news channels just for your satisfaction. Like, do something else, do something productive. Like, many people are taking cooking challenge, sweeping challenge, this challenge, that challenge. So that's fine, enjoy that, please. Like, because the news aren't supposed to be an entertainment show for people to enjoy. So yeah, people should think about it and like stay away, because they have a brain consuming algorithm and it's already working. It has already started working in full force against us. So we should fight them back by not paying attention. Simply not paying attention will make them realize their mistake and make them amend their principles such that they give us some good news about it. So having the bottom line will be having the entire world's knowledge at your fingertips is fine, but like minding your own business, really, that's what really matters. And striving for one's betterment, it is still more important. And this way we can get out of the vicious cycle of knowledge and ignorance. So yeah, this was my not so quick but in brief news bulletin, in a brief talk episode 4 news.